All right, digital imaging. What we're going to do today is just kind of prep our files here for working on our Kamon Crest. So remember, you should be using this 3" by 3" document here that I gave you. If you are not sure what size your document is, or using a different document than the one that I gave you, you can go to Document Setup here, and then if you click on Edit Artboards, up here in my width and my height here, mine is set up for inches. If yours is set up for pixels or points or something like that, you can still change it to the appropriate size here. So if I just press 3 and then type in IN, my caps lock is on, and then press tab, I can go over to the next area and type in IN again, and that'll transform it into 3 inches. So it's like 288 pixels or something like that for 3 inches. I can't quite remember off the top of my head here. But you want to make sure you're using that right-sized file here. Otherwise, it's not going to work for what we're doing for our Kamon Crest here. Okay. So for the Kamon Crest, remember that the areas that are black are the areas that are going to be cut away on your print. That's what the laser engraver uses to cut out. And then the areas that are white are the areas that are going to be left and the areas that are going to print. So whatever color that you choose to print, that'll be the white part, and that's going to be what prints. So if you print your block in like red, all my white areas are going to be red. If I print it in blue, all the areas of my block that are white are going to be blue here. There's an easy way to kind of switch everything at the end here. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you don't really have to like think about that. I know it's kind of hard to think about, and I'll show you how to do that real quick here. Also remember that the laser engraver has kind of a limit to the amount of detail that it can include. So there's a 2-point limit that it can include here. So if you've got any really small areas, what I would do is just grab like your line tool, and if you like grab your line tool, make sure it's on a 2-point stroke here. You can kind of like compare that to the smallest parts of your design to make sure that it'll work here. So it's a round 2 points. So like there's some small parts on my design, like here on the ears, or like these parts here on the letters there, but it should be okay. Just make sure that it's somewhere around that 2-point here. Okay. Other thing also remember is that it's going to print a mirror image of your design here. So if I want to flip everything and make sure that it's backwards, then you can do that really easily too. Last thing, also make sure that you have any fonts or anything like that. If you have any text, any fonts that you've downloaded, you want to turn that into an object. So if I go and select my fonts, I'm going to go to type and then go to create outlines, and then I'll switch my fonts from a font to an object here. Okay. I'm also just going to flip everything and turn it backwards, so that way my font and everything faces the right way that I want. So I'm going to select everything, and then I'm going to go up to Object, and then go to Transform. Whoops. And then I'm going to go to Reflect here. Okay. This window opens up. If you don't see what it's doing, you want to make sure you've got Preview checked, and then we're going to do a vertical reflect, and so now you can see all my text is going the opposite direction, and then my cat here is facing the right way. Okay. And then the last thing that you can do is if you want to flip everything, so you don't have to worry about thinking about the part where it's black and what's white here, we can do that really easily. So now I'm going to invert all my colors. So what's white in my design is going to turn black, and then what's black is going to turn white here. So I recommend that if you're kind of having trouble thinking about that. I would just kind of make it how you want to make it, and then the areas that are black in your design, when you flip it, it'll be the color that prints here. So I'm going to select everything. I've got multiple pieces. I've got like my text, I've got my design here, and then I have like a white box here that's in the background. I'm going to step backwards. So I'm just going to select everything. So I'm going to select everything that's in my document, and then I'm going to go to Edit, and then go to Edit Colors, and then I'm going to go to Invert Colors here, and then that'll flip that. What I'd recommend is to just kind of make a copy of everything before you do that. So then I'm going to hold Alt, make a copy of my original here, just kind of put that off to the side, and then I'm going to select everything here, and then again go to Edit, Edit Colors, and then I'm going to go to Invert Colors. Okay, so that'll just kind of flip everything here, just like that. Okay. And then when you're done, make sure you submit both your files. So you're going to submit that Illustrator file and then submit your PNG file. Okay. All right.